You see what I'm saying? And it's a force just like the sun. The sun isn't a physical rock or isn't it a physical object. It's a light. It's a portal, and it has a certain energy and frequency that affects us here on Earth. So that's the same thing with the phoenix. The phoenix is just an energy that comes back in cycles, and its main mo is to destroy in a way, but it's not really destroying. It's just doing what it's been called to do, if that makes sense.
You know what's funny in Revelations, like we were talking before? If you have a Bible, or you can just go online, go to the book of
Hmm.
Revelations and look, I forgot what chapter it is on. It talks about the sun getting darker and the moon turning red. And that is exactly what our brother is talking about here, and what Jason from RKX, I believe that's his channel,
Hmm.
he talks about. So you see, there's connections there. This is not something you can just make up. Uh, it's it's fantastic. This is amazing stuff that I believe everyone must become aware. Not to be afraid. I don't think that we should be afraid of it, or just be conscious in the sense that if we don't become conscious of who we are, if we don't live the right way, then there's catastrophe, disaster coming. And we can experience that if we go on the wrong path. Now, you also mentioned about um, the previous cycle, or the biggest previous cycle, which was the flood, right? Funny enough, there's a Santos talk about blue shift, red shift. And so the flood seems to be the blue shift. And then he
Right.
also said the next time the earth is going to be destroyed by fire.
With fire, correct.
Right. So this is an amazing connection. So it seems like there's some kind of cycle with a big catastrophe, a couple of them in between that activates, and then the next one who's going to be the big one, the redshift.
Redshift, correct. No, you're hitting it right on the head, Alberto. It's all about energy. You know what I mean? And just like you said, it's these are things that we have to be consciously aware of because, like you said, there's no in between. Me being a Capricorn, we're black and white. It's either left or right. You know, there's no BS because we don't even have no time for BS anymore. If you're not being real with who you are, with the way that you were born into this time space physical reality, and you're not comfortable in your own skin, you have to start doing some soul searching. You really do. You have to start being raw and authentic in your truth. We all have deficiencies, you guys. We all have shortcomings. We're not perfect, and this is what we're talking about. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to be good. We're here to continue to optimize. We're here to progress. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're not progressing, you read that you're dying. So you're either living or you're dying. But yeah, that correlation that you made is so true. Red shift, blue shift, because we're in a hyperbole in a Taurus field. This is what it is, and that's what the Phoenix is. It's just a larger version of a hyperbola Taurus field. Um, and from what Jason is saying, and this is the thing, like Alberto was saying, this isn't something that's just made up. This isn't just two brothers coming on a podcast just talking crazy shit. This is actual documented, chronological in history. I mean, I know he's going to leave the link so you guys can do your own research, but it shows in a specific time this phoenix continues to come. And what's interesting to me is that I wanted to get into a little bit more of like the Freemasons and the Illuminati so people understand because there's a direct correlation with the Phoenix and the Giza pyramids in Egypt. There's a million and one explanations, thoughts, opinions, uh, theories about why the pyramids, who built the pyramids, what's the purpose. It really comes down to that the pyramid is a weapon. It's a mechanized weapon that was placed here to alter or to deflect the energy of the phoenix. That's what the Freemasons is all about. As we continue to get sideswiped and given us this illusion that they're Freemasons, they're evil people, Illuminati, elite, that could be true. That's one archetype or one aspect of that energy. But what Freemasonry really is that they understand the knowledge of the phoenix. That's what it really comes down to. What I'm understanding.
That's why they
These
have the pyramid symbol, right? Every
they
the
have the
Illuminati and all that. They all.
Mhm.
Okay.
And what's on top of the pyramid?
That's so interesting, man. This you see
What what's
all the
on what's on
connections.
what's on top of the pyramid?
Well, you got the all-seeing eye, huh?
Yeah, that's within the cornerstone of the eye, but what's on top of that all-seeing eye?
Oh, they got the bird, right? The phoenix.
The phoenix.
There you go.
You see now you know what I mean? They changed it like on our dollar bill, they changed it into a bird or an eagle, but originally it was the phoenix.
Man, that
So
is
this is what
interesting.
so this is really what it really comes with everything that we're researching, trying to understand, trying to, you know, base upon truth and what is truth, what is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The moral of the story of what's going on here for the ones who understand what's going on is the phoenix. That's the story that's being told, and that's the story that's being kept from people like you and me. So that's what really Freemasonry is about. Of course, it's about levels of knowledge. You know, of course, it's about secret societies. You know, all that good stuff. But that those to me, those are smoke screens. They really hold the keys to understanding this cataclysm called the phoenix. That's why it's 33. That's why there's a phoenix on top of it. They know that inside the Giza pyramid, if you go in there, there's chambers specifically designed to activate the Giza pyramid. I'll give you this correlation, which I came across doing my studies, and I said it on my last podcast. Was I used to live in California, and if anybody's familiar with California, Las Vegas is a place that people go to all the time. If you live in Cali, now the Luxor, which was the pyramid that was opened in Las Vegas, it's the pyramid-shaped hotel. On the opening night of that hotel opening, they shot a blue beam in the sky.
Hmm.
So that
Symbolism.
was, yeah, that was another synchronicity for me. I'm like, this is what they're telling us, you guys. And even in Marvel movies, you know, the Phoenix was the most powerful character, was the most powerful character. And she came out, when she came out and she rose out of the water, she was ready to destroy everything. And they knew that she had the capability to do so. But of course, in the movie, Dr. X, with his mind, stopped her. But they're telling us this even in the movies. So the people who understand this knowledge, the ones who are ruling us today temporarily, what they're doing is that they're preparing. That's why they continue to rule us in times to come, because they go underground. They wait for this cataclysm to do its thing, destroy it, and then they raise back up. And there's another reset. And then depending on who's in charge and what, you know, of course, we're in the age of Aquarius now. So it's about technology, communication, things of that nature. There's going to be a big reset once the Phoenix hits in 2040. And again, there's supposed to be another cataclysm 10 years later after that to finish up what the Phoenix didn't do. But once all that's said and done, these people are going to rise back up, and we're going into what's called the age of transhumanism, AI. So
Hmm.
that's going to be the next great reset
That is some
in,
crazy
in my
stuff.
research. Yeah.
I mean, now that you mentioned that, also, just to help people out because I can see it. You know, I have that energy because of the way of my configuration astrologically. I can see the truth, and it blows my mind how a lot of people cannot. So I made it my life mission as well to help as many people as I can. So I did notice that if you listen to the news, it's all lies. But then you watch a movie or so, and it's telling you the truth, and it's hidden there. But for the world, the show or the movie is a fantasy. You gotta listen to the news, right? So it's kind of like you gotta flip everything to actually see what's really happening. At least that's that,
Absolutely.
because symbolism in
Absolutely,
the
brother.
movies, you know, even in kids' movies from Disney, you have a lot of symbolism. It's crazy.
It's and that's the thing, when your eyes are opened up to see, when you're really seeing things for what they are, it's all around you, and it's always been all around you. It's just that we've been indoctrinated, we've been taught left hand side thinking, of course, a lot from our parents and our grandparents who didn't have the understanding and the wisdom. You know what I mean? So it's basically, when you start seeing these things, it's everywhere. And these people are, because the thing about magic and spells, and that's all they're doing out here is they're doing spells. That's why even the Bible is called a gospel spell. Gospel. It's the goat spell.